2019 was Samantha Redding's year. As Miss North Dakota USA, she wore the sequins and crown.
So I got to represent North Dakota at the Miss USA pageant in Reno, Tahoe last year. It was a blast. I've met some of my greatest friends through it, and it's been a passion of mine for about 5 years doing pageants and just representing North Dakota. I love North Dakota so much. So it's been such a blessing to be able to represent and to meet such amazing people from across the world, really. So it's been a blessing.
Now Samantha is focused on empowering girls and young women to claim more than what a sash and crown represent, their unique gifts. Girls like Bella Burkhart, who wears a sash and crown of her own.
My name is Bella Burkhart, and it's in North Dakota Miss Amazing.
Yes. I went to the South Dakota Miss Amazing event last year to watch Miss Bella, and with my title that I had at that time, and I was sitting in the audience and it got done, and I turned and looked at my boyfriend and I said, this is absolutely incredible. These girls get to go put their heart out on the stage and have a blast, and you can just tell that it means so much to them to have that event, even if it's just for the weekend, and just to share what makes them unique and what makes them special with the world. And he said, well, let's do it.
So they are. Samantha is the state director for North Dakota's very first Miss Amazing pageant. Her boyfriend, Nico, is assistant director.
We try to base all the elements off of a pageant style day, just like, the interview and the onstage, that kind of stuff. Basically because that's what most people can relate to. But the event itself is, much more about supporting our own, unique abilities. And so there's no winners, there's no losers. We pick a representative to represent the state for the year. But that doesn't mean she's necessarily any more of a winner than someone else. Okay. Just because, everyone has their own goals. And not everyone's goal is to win or, go to nationals. Some people's goal is just to get on the stage and to hear, to introduce themselves. And that's just as valid of goal as being North Dakota Miss Amazing. What's your talent?
Dance.
Bella gets to dance, and then she gets to give her title to the next girl, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What was it like to be in the pageant last year?
What was it like?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, you had lots of fun, didn't you? And so then they'll go through rehearsals, they'll go through interview. It's a one-on-one interview, so it's basically just sitting across the table from someone and telling them about you. And I think people underestimate the power of being able to speak about yourself and for yourself. And so that's something that we really value at Miss Amazing, is just, sharing your own story and just finding the power in that is really important for us.
There's a reason Samantha's story includes Bella Burkhart. Their families have shared a connection for many years.
My sister Grace was born with Down syndrome. She's a little bit older than Bella, but it's changed my life and my passion. I work with people with disabilities. I've been doing that since I was 14 years old, since I was Bella's age. And it's just really opened my eyes to the fact that, we all have likes, we all have dislikes, and we all have things that we're really good at and that, we can share with the world. I think it's important to be proud of those things and share them. And it's brought me to Bella and her family and my career.
Kevin and Paula Burkhart adopted Bella from an orphanage in Ukraine when she was 4. The couple had 3 children of their own. Their youngest was unexpected, and without knowing the baby was a girl, they named her Grace. She was born with Down syndrome.
This was not what we were prepared for, but God had given us the name Grace, a blessing given, undeserved. This is not a curse. Something good will come from this.
In countries like the Ukraine, it is the cultural norm for parents to abandon a child born with a disability. The child is left at the hospital, sent to an orphanage, and by the age of 5 is placed in an institution for the remainder of his or her life. The Burkharts went to Ukraine and lived there for 2 months. They visited Bella at the orphanage twice a day.
That's how we started our search. Who is the child? A girl, because we wanted Grace to have a sister. someone who she could relate to, someone who she could mentor, someone who she could learn, someone who could be her roommate long after we're gone. We were looking for a girl who was towards the end of her orphanage stay. A little girl who, unbeknownst to her, was going to an institution. Bella was one of the 10 semi-finalists that we narrowed our search down to because of her age. And Grace helped us choose Bella to be her forever sister.
Kevin and Paula would soon welcome a little boy from Serbia born with Down syndrome. Nole became part of the Burkhardt family, and then they added one more, Simas, a 5-year-old Lithuanian boy.
We wouldn't have wanted this ministry. We didn't want this. We didn't want a daughter with Down syndrome. But God gave us one. That changed everything. And now, because of Bella and our other 2 little boys, we have 4 kids who think we are perfect parents, and we're not. If every parent had a child or knew what it was like to have a child with Down syndrome, I don't think any orphanages in the world would have any children with Down syndrome in them. So.
Behind the sparkle of her crown, Samantha has dealt with her own set of challenges and setbacks. Just days before the national competition last year, she broke her right foot.
You know, life isn't easy, and although in the moment pressure is really hard and it can be exhausting, it can make you sad or angry, but at the end of it you come out with something really beautiful. And you know, it might be hard to see where that's coming from at the time, but just to know that, you know, at the end it's going to be something really great. And it has, because it's taken me, you know, it's had me slow down. I'm a really busy person. I love to be busy, but just to take a step back and say, okay, you know, I need to focus on things besides me for a second, and just take a step back, support other people, and not be doing so much myself, and really, you know, focus on the things that I am doing, which is Miss Amazing.
Yes, I'm excited.
You are excited, aren't you? You tell everyone. Right.
Yeah, I'm not nervous. I will be brave.
Yeah, she's not nervous. She's brave. Bella's outlook on the world is life-changing if you just listen. And, you know, that's really important to me, because when Bella came home from the Ukraine on the plane, I remember the first time I ever met her. She's very quiet. And, you know, she was shy and didn't really, you know how to introduce herself to other people and to be the Bella that she is now. And just seeing, you know, now how she is and how she could walk up to you and introduce herself and, you know, say her title and be proud enough of who she is and where she comes from to share that with other people.
Bella Burkhardt.
I'm Bella Burkhardt. I am 14 years old. I live in Minot, North Dakota. I like to color, dance, go swimming. I want to show the world can do anything. Good power.
Woo! Way to go, Bella!
You know, everyone's got a unique story, and whether you have a disability or not, you should feel very empowered to share that. So I think, you know, bringing together people who have disabilities and who don't in an event that's fun and exciting and glamorous and beautiful and, you know, part of the community as a whole is so exciting. And we are so pumped that we get to be the first ones to do that. We're gonna have
Yes.
so much fun, right?
Yes.
Yes.